Hey guys, welcome back to the Short Corner Podcast. It's just me and Samir here for the short little episode 14.5. Unfortunately, Matt, Rid, and Joe are not here. It's just going to be the two of us talking about the match and some other things for sure. Samir, do you want to say hi?
Hello.
So yeah, guys, a good match against Sampdoria. It was an away game. Pioli carrying his away form as we've seen. Interesting stat with that match, we have the joint highest away wins for the calendar year, tied with Barcelona and Man City. So Pioli's away form is just scintillating for sure. But Samir, you have any thoughts on the match that you want to talk about?
First of all, our away form is amazing. Like, like since last season, I think that's the most thing really improved on, honestly. And these just I'm kind of scared to play at home, even though the fans are back. It just our home form has been horrendous last year, like really, really, really bad. So yeah, I feel like if we can keep on improving our away form, we'll get better at home. If home is our fans are there, it should be much easier. But yeah, away from it's a good one. And for the match, I preferred the first half, honestly. We look much more energetic. Like everyone was like running. Second half was like I don't know why did we get tired like so early. Like around 60 minutes, like everyone we're really tired. I don't know why. It was a good match. Iron Mike was amazing, man.
Yeah,
Like he saved us so many times. Like it's crazy.
he's the best goalkeeper in the Serie A. I think I agree with you there.
Easily, we changed the best in the world with the best in the world. Like he was perfect, man. And the long passes, wow.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Donnarumma is to always like hog the ball, like take his time. Mike is totally different.
Mike, what I like about definitely his, I was just telling my friends after the game that his passes, his long passes, his ball distribution, his vision are that of like Andre Pirlo playing as a goalkeeper pretty much. He hit the long ball to Rafa Leao. He obviously couldn't finish. It was a really good long ball. He spotted that
Yeah,
Leao run. And then on our goal, he hit it down into the end for Davide Calabria. Fantastic work by Calabria. He beat Ogello. And then Brahim
yeah,
Diaz. Obviously, Adera should have done better, but hey, a goal is a goal. We'll take it. But Mike Manyan started that move. What I noticed about Manyan, he loves to cast the balls whenever there's a ball. Like you feel comfortable with him catching it. He doesn't really spill
yeah,
the ball, and
yeah,
he commands his box really. So obviously, like Manyan, obviously a top performer. He I think he got MVP of the game, either him or Brahim, but Manyan saved their asses for sure. Other than that, other than Manyan, obviously we can talk about him. I think Tomori, fantastic again. Tonali, other than the one bad pass on the counter, other than that, his game was really just well rounded. Really, just like fine defensively, offensively. He was getting tackles in, making passes, just doing what's expected of him. Really. Do you want to talk about Krunic?
Krunic. To be honest, Krunic had a very slow start. He
Yeah,
did nothing first half, but second half was like actually good. After giving credits, he did small passes, he went front, he defended well.
yeah.
The defending he did, like the jumping header, like
it
that was awesome, man.
was like Kaká against Old Trafford in Champions League.
He is like, that thing, and Tonali also same thing. Oh, like Krunic, as the game got, he became better and better and better.
Yeah,
Like like I like hopefully by the next game Vanessa will be back. We'll see Vanessa and Tonali. But yeah, man, Tonali, like you said in the previous episodes, he's gonna be the best. Like soon this year, he will show his potential. Like I can already see it. Like he has his passing range is good. The way he defends, like he's at first, like when I heard about him, like back in the days, 2 years back, I thought maybe a Pirlo, but no, man, he's like a Gattuso with
so yeah,
way more technical ability. You know what I'm saying?
he's
Like
a
yeah,
yeah, Gattuso is more technical. You're exactly right. He's better passing than Gattuso, I think. Just a
yeah.
mix of both worlds. He's a fantastic player at this age too. Like people don't realize how good this kid Tonali is. He's gonna become really really good in the future for Italia and hopefully for Milan.
Yeah.
What else? We can do like I guess a star of the match and the flop of the match. So for me, I already said it. For me, the man of the match is Mike Maignan. Flop, I would have to say Theo Hernandez. I love Theo as like I love him so much, but he was our worst player out there yesterday. It's just it has
Yeah.
to be said. What about you?
Top of the match. Like it has to be like Mike, Iron Mike. He was like, man, he was so good. Brahim, like he did good. He was very good during the whole match. But Mike saved us like
I
countless time. Without him, we easily losing like 2-1. If we had Tatrusano, man,
Tatur
yeah,
conceded all those goals. He's shite.
yeah, like easily. I'm sorry, but then man, he's not good enough. And for the match, Theo, man, like what's wrong with him? Like since the preseason, right? He didn't show up at all.
You know.
Like I don't know what's happening there, man. Like, did he break up again or like like yeah, he was not at all in the match. Like, dude, all he did was just run and then just nothing, honestly.
Yeah, he
And
was really bad.
yeah, hopefully. Then what's our next match against you?
Against let me see. Checking right now. We play on the weekend and we're playing Cagliari at home. That might be a tough one since it's at home.
Yeah,
Actually, on that goalkeeper thing, I want to touch on that. I think Alessandro Pizzari, he's been on our books for quite some time. At one point,
yeah,
Milan Twitter was saying, "Hey, Donnarumma's gone. We already have Pizzari." So I think Pizzari can fill the homegrown quota in the Champions League, and he can't be much worse than Tata Rusano. Let's be honest here. He can't be much
yeah.
worse. He's young. He has room to grow. So I think Pizzari should be our second choice instead of Tata Rusano. I don't know. Beats me how he's not it.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So there he was like, remember when Donald was supposed to leave?
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, let's like let him go. We have this guy, might be better. Like, yeah, like give him a chance. What's the worst can happen? Like Tatusano
Yeah.
did like everything possibly wrong he could, right? Like mistake, howlers after howlers. Like, how bad can the kid be, right? And the kid is like 21.
Yeah, he's
Like,
21. He's
give him
young.
the chance. Exactly, give him the chance. Let's see what he can do. He can't be worse.
Mhm.
And people might say Tatusano brings experience. Like what? Like
Bad.
like I don't. To be honest, like I didn't see anything of him. Like okay, maybe that's why he's the second starter. He brings nothing, like at all, nothing. It just yeah,
Um, Actually, one thing I want to talk about is if did you notice how Tonali played a lot better when Benacer was on the field versus Cruz?
yeah,
You know?
yeah, definitely. He was way more free. I've noticed that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like as soon as Venezuela came out, it was like okay, he was like more free to pass. He was like he was way more free to go front. Like he went forward a lot. Have you noticed? Like last match, he kept on like going front. So
On that note, like Mario Balotelli at when he was at Brescia, he had a press conference and he told us that he sees Tonali more as a number 10 than as a defensive midfielder. Maybe that's what we saw. Obviously, I'm not saying he should play there, but Tonali has the offensive characteristics, is what Balo is saying there. And we saw that, like
yeah,
you were saying, Samir, when Benacer came on.
yeah. I think like knowing Maldini, when Casey is like fully fit, Venezuela starts, so that's gonna be our number 10 backup. Man's gonna not waste money, man.
But yeah, we can get to the Mercato talk in a bit. Actually, while we recap the game.
Before, yeah, you wanna talk about the attack?
Yeah, the header.
The attack, our front four. What
Oh
do you
yeah,
think of that?
attack our front four. What I want to talk about defense first is did you notice when Romagnoli came on, it was a 3-5-2.
Mm-hmm.
It was Romagnoli, Tomori, Kyer. The wing
Yeah,
back was Theo, and the right wing back was Lorenzi. It was a midfield three, Abrade,
yeah,
Sandro, and Ismail, I think. And then the top two was Rebic, and I think it was either Giroud. I think it was Giroud too.
it was
So
good. Yeah,
we just want to talk about a bit about that little defensive switch, which was a good switch, I think, to defend the lead.
yeah. I like it. I think you can also use it while attacking because
Yeah, it's not bad.
like 3-5 is like like If you want, you can really attack your opponent with it. And I really want Poli to, like switch up if needed, Like I want him to have a backup just in case.
Yeah.
Like before him, none of our manager like Montella, Gattuso, they didn't have a backup. It
They
was
were not
always like the
tactically
same for
flexible. They weren't tactically flexible at all.
exactly that one, got them sacked. Like Gattuso, he and his 43, right? He
Yeah.
wouldn't change it for anyone. So it was like I hope Poli, has like backups just in case. I liked it. One defending, three defenders,
Yeah.
perfect. In
Yeah.
that way, Roman only can have game time.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice.
So
And
yeah, for sure.
so, what do you think of attack? Like, you think like what? How was it?
Our attack, oh my god, man! Like, it was lacking. Our attack is severely lacking. Like Joe was saying in the early episode, like Giroud, he's quality. He tried. He was trying his best, but we just need more like a chance creator, if that makes sense. I know Hakan, obviously he can create chances, but we need more of that from Brahim, Alexis, and
Yeah,
Yao. And Bernardo Silva, if he comes, he can be that chance creator, but we need to create more chances for sure.
yeah,
And we lack that against that.
yeah. Giroud, man, you could see like he was trying really hard.
And yeah,
Like Giroud was really good. He had good chances, but they were like hard chances, not easy ones.
absolutely.
And to be honest, Liao had a good game. Like the first half, he
He
was
did.
like really good. He tried finally. He's running, man. Like he's finally running. So like that's an improvement, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Uh, And Saleh, it's hard, man. I don't really see Saleh makers like creating chances like that. Like
Hmm.
he did try. He was in the middle. He was on the left side. He tried. He ran a lot, but then I don't know, man. Like I don't see him like making like clear chances for the strikers.
He's not a chance creator, that's for sure. He's a hard worker, but it's just like a Barini type player playing right wing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But here's the thing. I think Milan was saying in the earlier pod, Rafa Leao, first half of the season, Leao is a very different player to second half of the season, Leao. It's night and day almost. It's just so
Mm-hmm.
different. Like I don't
Yep.
understand.
Yeah, like it's same with Rebic, right? Like Rebic, what did he do yesterday? Nothing.
Nothing. Same
Like
thing.
Sir doing says, he was ass. So it's like, yeah, it's just some these two players are man, very weird, man. But then, yeah, man, Maldini like has to get a right winger, or we'll like sadly we're doomed.
Hmm.
So far, like that was a match, yeah. Like,
Actually, one last thing to touch on, and it's on your point. You said Brahim might be stepping up this season, and you probably felt a lot vindicated when he scored the goal. Did you?
oh yes, I'm like finally, like yes, like like he has to step up. He really has to step up for us. Hakan left, that saga is over. And Brahim, man, like you can see in his match, he is like only problem with him, he's like, a bit short.
Yeah.
If he was a bit taller, man, like he'd be like great. Like he's not scared at all. Like he always keeps on going forward. Like he does not care. Like
Hmm.
he's perfect for us. And I, was he like a bit less selfish yesterday? Like like usually he really like holds the ball
He does.
like
Yeah.
for a long time and then loses the ball. Yesterday, I feel like he looked for the passes, right?
He's getting better every game. I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna make a comparison. No disrespect to Lionel Messi and all his greatness, but Brahim Diaz, he plays a bit like Messi with the same build, same dribbling ability, same chance creation. Like he needs to get a bit better, but he reminds me of
Yeah.
a young Lionel Messi. Like when Messi wore the
Mm,
number 30, right? With the long hair flowing.
yeah.
Reminds me
Yeah.
Messi was a lot better, but it's just
Yeah.
similar. You can see some characteristics for
Like
sure.
you can see that the dribbles.
Yeah, for sure.
Like man, I feel like one Brahim like if he keeps on playing, if he keeps on going charging up a man, like 1v1,
Hmm.
and he keeps on busting like the defenders or the opposition team, he can like get the confidence to do that every match. Like that's what happened to Messi, right? He was so good at dribbling and beating his man. Like that's becoming his thing. I see that with Brahim.
Yeah, he beats his man.
I think he just need, yeah, like if he gets like what do you call that? I forgot the word. Like if he becomes good at doing the same thing, like he's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, for sure. One more thing. The last thing we can talk about the game is the Florenzi debut. It wasn't too special. He just got some minutes on the field. Nothing
Yeah,
great, nothing
yeah.
horrible. But he was just. What'd you make of that? I thought he was all right.
Like he had like 7 8 minutes, and
Yeah,
you really can't judge by the first game. But then you name, I'm kind of scared. Like he was Salamaker's substitute. Like that does not
yeah,
looks good.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. For sure.
I think he looked decent for the for the first game of his Milan career. He looked decent, but then he was playing as an attacker, right? But to be honest, we changed the formation to 3-5. Maybe he was like a
But
maybe
it's
that.
worrying. It's worrying. I get what you're saying. It's super worrying if we're playing him as a right winger, as a substitute. It is worrying.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much for the game, unless we missed something. Covered Tonali, Radi Krunic, Tomori, all right. Kyer. I mean, obviously, like we don't even have to talk about him anymore. We don't have to
Yeah,
talk about Simon Kyer.
he's like just always good, man. Like nothing.
There's
Always every game amazing. Yeah.
you don't have to talk about him.
Oh, Calabria, man, he was amazing.
The
Oh my
armband,
god.
the armband, Capitano.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Capitano, baby, let's go. Like, man, you, it's crazy. Like, we almost sold him a year back. Like,
yeah.
when like Conti was studying, like, yeah, man,
And
like,
Conte's
wow.
not good.
Yeah, he is amazing. Wow, like, dude, his cross has gotten so much better.
Yeah, yeah. He's getting
Like,
his cross are getting better every game. Every game,
yep,
yeah. Dude, like I know I've been saying Kyer for the armband. It would make sense, but Kyer came out recently and he said, I don't care who has the armband. Everyone's a leader in this team. I'll take it if I have to, but I don't really need it." And that's
yeah,
you already know, like deep down, like he's like the leader, and that's how a leader speaks. He does not need the armband. It's just something
yeah,
to have. And Kyer
yeah,
does his job regardless of the armband, regardless of anything. He's consistent. But then Calabria
yep,
showed that he deserves the armband just as much as anyone else, as Kessie, as Kyer, just
yep,
today. Or not today,
yep,
yesterday. But what a performance.
yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah, yeah.
So our defense is definitely our best aspect, I would say. That's our best aspect
Easily, yeah, man. Like, we got the backups. Like, our front four and their backups. I think we have one of the best defense in the league, right? Easily
in the league.
with the backups.
In the world.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
And
Yeah, man.
since no Barca fans will be listening to this podcast, I'm going to say this off the bat. We have a way better defense than Football Club Barcelona.
Oh,
And
easy name.
let me break it down here.
Easily.
Theo Hernandez beats out Jordi Alba. Simon Kyer,
Easy.
way better than PK. I would
Yep.
say Kayo Tomori, a fantastic young center back, better than I think Araujo or Eric Garcia.
A
Both.
long led. Yeah.
Long, I'm not even gonna talk about that piece of trash. And right back, Barca don't even play. Barca play Dest and Roberto, Calabria and Florenzi, both better than those two.
Yep.
They have a
And
better keeper.
Iron Mike.
Though.
Even Iron Mike, I think he ages these days.
Maybe. I'm not gonna go there yet, but Mike needs a few games. But our back four, way better than Barca. I'd say that.
Easy. Easy.
But yeah, so I think do you think Calabria should be having armband going forward? I think he's made a really good case for it. Like he should have an armband.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind, honestly. Like, he's been the longest serving, right? So, and like you mentioned, here he's a leader. He doesn't need,
He doesn't need anything.
like armband to like. He doesn't, same like Ibra. They don't need the armband. They are the leader in the locker room. You just know them, the way they shout, the way they talk. So I don't think it's necessary. I think to be honest, I think it's a good like moral booster for Calabria, because I think it works in that way. Like Kahir, he doesn't lose anything with or without it. He's amazing anyways. He's the leader. So I think it's perfect for Calabria.
And one more thing I want to talk about Davide Calabria. His shooting is getting better every game. He's taking
Yes.
more shots. He's taking more crosses. He's getting higher up the field, and it's beautiful to see. Defensively, he had the most tackles out of any defender in Europe last season, number one. And it's just nice to see that offensively he's going up more and more. So he's quality.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Well,
I'm saying within a year or two, he's gonna be a complete defender.
he's gonna be world
Like
class. Yeah.
exactly, like he's already good at defending. That's what was his best aspect was, right? And now he's improving his attacking. He's gonna be amazing, man. Like I just can't wait.
He has the first choice right back for Italia benched. So that just says everything. Florenzi is the first choice right back, and he's playing second to Calabria.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, we can talk a bit about the Mercato.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna do a quick recap. Bernardo Silva. I've noticed. That's the first thing I woke up. I saw Bernardo Silva links. I don't think that will happen at all. Bakayoko. He's a few days and a few hours away from signing, according to Fabrizio Romano. And the last one is Frank Kessie renewal. What are your thoughts on those three things?
Bakayoko get it done. Like Krunic was good, but then we can't rely on him, obviously.
He's not a deal.
Bakayoko get it done. Yeah, with the so Bakayoko, if you're Bakayoko and Tonali, I think they will complement each other like perfectly.
Yeah,
Baka
absolutely.
can sit back and Tonali can do his thing
Yeah,
easily. And as for Bernardo Silva, who would be a dream signing, man, like when we have no cash. Like sadly, uh, like it sounds good, like 2-year loan, 50 million, then 30 million, but I don't think Man City will accept it.
yeah.
And reading Maldini's comment about like wages, like the wage he wants to have, I don't think so. Bernardo is possible.
Yeah,
Bernardo earns like 8-9 million.
it's a lot. It's way too much,
So
man.
yeah, like and Cassie, man, we have to get it done. Like
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest, if you lose Cassie, I'm gonna lose all my trust in Maldini.
Yeah,
Like you lost Donnarumma, okay, his agent is a dick. I get it, Donnarumma, like top five in the world keeper. I get it, he's asking 12 million. Okay,
mhm.
can't sustain that. Hakan left because he's Hakan. He thinks he's bigger. He's the best player. So he has his own ego. He left. He doesn't. He also does not deserve 8 million a year,
I know
7
what.
million a year. But Jesse, he's a pillar man. Like he's the guy who should build the team around. He's definitely top 10 in the world right now. Like I don't think I'm delusional if I say that, right? He's
Yeah,
such a good player,
he's
and
world
he's
class.
not. And he's not asking for like 10, 12 million. He's just asking for 7 million.
Yeah, it's not even. It's
I,
a 2 mil increase, is what it is.
yeah, and Maldini should understand. Like to improve the team, you have to play better. Like good players will take good amount of money, right?
Yeah,
The good players don't come for cheap. And if you make UCL back to back every year, he has to increase. You can't like cap players at like 5-6 million. It
hmm
doesn't work like that. And like like same with Theo. Theo is top five in the world as a left back. They
yeah,
will ask big money, right? Like
yeah,
you can't blame them. They are not greedy. They need the money because they are the best in their positions, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
For
What do you
sure.
think?
I think
What?
there's a lot to go in here. Bakayoko, I think he reduced his salary from 7 mil or 8 mil to he took a pay
Like
cut to join us.
yeah.
And anyone that does that, like that's just if you're taking a pay cut to play for Milan, like Adil Rami did, or I think Sampdoria
Yeah.
did the same thing. It's just nice to see that you want to be
Yeah.
here not for the money but for the club. And
Yep.
that's the opposite of what Gigio did. Gigio held the club at hostage and wanted to milk us
And yeah,
money. He's not a Milanista
yeah.
anymore in my book. If you're doing that, you're not a Milan fan by any means.
He's not. Yeah.
And on Bernardo Silva, he's a world class player. He's world class. He would change our attack completely. The chances created would go up. The assists would grow up. Giroud and Zlatan just
Everything. Yeah.
fantastic
Yep.
delivery. The goals, Bernardo Silva is good at scoring as well. I don't think it will happen. Man City are a top club. They want top dollar for a top player, which we can't
Yep.
offer. Like as you're seeing, right, with the Kessie negotiation. So on the Kessie thing, obviously it's a big thing because Kessie's our best midfielder, and I don't think anyone will disagree on that. And Maldini, it would be a huge failure from Maldini's point of view to let him walk on a free. That have you read the rumors that Bakayoko could be the Kessie replacement? If that's the case, I'm done, man. I'm tired. If that's the thing,
Oh God. Yeah. Not. I don't think no. Like I don't see in any world that's what they're thinking. It's impossible. Like you can't replace Kessie with anyone, let alone Bakayoko, right? Like honestly, like if you're Milan, okay, you have like 50 million, okay, to spend on a Kessie replacement. Who it can be? I don't really see anyone. You know what I mean?
yeah, but here's the thing: like, why don't you like? I know I'm talking about freaking FIFA Karuma, but cancel Cassia's contract, give Samu's wages to Kessie. Obviously, it doesn't work that way, but do something.
Obviously, but yeah,
Kessie at all costs. I think Samu earns close to Kessie, which is it's embarrassing. It's super
Yeah,
embarrassing. Super embarrassing. And
like give him the 7 million, man. Like we are improving as a club. We are not the Milan of 5 years, right? Like hopefully we make UCL. If you make UCL, you have to increase. You know, they're not gonna stay for 2 million. Like
yeah.
Skill's not gonna stay with the wages he has. No way.
Mhm.
Like no freaking way. Like you have to improve, right?
Yeah,
If the
PSG
team is
that
improving,
10 mil.
yeah, yeah. Like if this kind of like things going on, I'm pretty sure next year Theo will be leaving. Like no way he's staying. You know.
And that's on the management. I understand that Maldini has like restrictions from Elliott to not give players certain wages, but Kessie is the only person that deserves a pay raise. If anything, he's been a staple in our midfield. The world knows how good
Yep.
he is now. He's top, and you can see what how many clubs are circling around for him. He's one of the best midfielders in this area and in the world. He's well rounded, and he's a staple. He's a kingpin of our midfield. You can't just let a player that good walk on a free. Just disastrous if that happens.
Uh, Maldini has been doing that a lot, right? Honestly, like he signs players for like very good amount, you know, like cheap. He's
Mm-hmm.
good at signing, but I would say he's really bad at like he cannot. He just
He can't re-sign the player, which Liverpool have been doing. If you notice, Robertson, Van Dijk, Maldini's really
yeah,
bad at doing that. So Maldini, he has his shortcomings, he has his flaws, he also has his good things, like any person in the world. Um,
yeah,
but the bottom line here is Maldini cannot let Kessie walk on a free. That'd be the biggest failure of this season by far, in my opinion.
yeah, easily. Oh yeah, what do you think of Pellegrini?
Oh yeah, Pietro Pellegrini. Yeah, he joined.
Yeah,
He joined us today. So I think remember he came out onto the scene 3 years ago. He scored in Totti's farewell game, which is kind
yeah,
of, and he was like he was 16 years old or some shit like that at the time, and it's just
yeah,
like, who is this kid? Everyone they're just like he just scored in Totti's farewell game. Who the fuck are you? Who are you?
yeah, yeah,
Well, his Monaco move, that's just a case of young players moving abroad too quick for too much money. That was a bad move from him.
yeah,
Hopefully, obviously, he sees Zlatan and Giroud are his competition. They don't have the legs anymore, so you might get some minutes for this season.
yeah,
Obviously, expectations are low, so even if he does overachieve, that's good because no one's really expecting him to do particularly well. But here's why I think we loaned out Colombo to whatever team we want to, and why we brought
yeah,
in Pellegrini. So Colombo, the way I see it, the team he's been playing, he's been loaned out to. If he does well there, they might want to buy him for like 8-9 mil, and that's pure profit
yeah,
from Milan's standpoint. So they can just sell Colombo off to the team that's loaning him. Versus Pellegrini, it's a 1 mil loan,
yeah.
a low risk, high reward kind of
How do you, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So that's why I know a lot of people are saying, why didn't we just keep Colombo? But I think they're trying to make profit off him. That's why Pellegrini got brought in as the third choice. But
mm,
I haven't really seen him play much. I can't really talk about how good he is or how bad he is. So only time will tell if Pellegrini stays fit. He has a really horrible injury record. I know that for a fact, but
yeah.
we'll see. He seems promising. I'll say that
Like I would say if he scores more than three, I'm happy.
for
Like
sure.
he scored like 2 goals or 3 goals within 3 years. I mean, like he didn't play a lot. He didn't play like he played like 10% of the time in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
For me, like if he's just healthy, first of all, that's the main thing because our Milan lab, it's like one of the worst lab, I think. Like
It used to be the
easily.
best
Like
though. Do you remember back in the day? It used to be the
yeah, like Maldini, like they like he used to make players who used to play till 36 easily.
yeah.
Like I don't know what happened. I I read some article long before, like 3 4 years back, like we were so good we got stubborn. You know, like, oh, we have the best lab, like we got this. But now it's like, training method changed, everything changed, we just did not, move with the time. And we're like stuck.
Our lab was so famous to the point it was on a script on the FIFA video game. The commentator was like, we don't know the magical things they do at the Milan lab getting players.
Yeah.
That's how fabled our lab was, and now it's just gone to shit.
Yep.
So I don't know what's going on there. I think some examples back then, I would say Gattuso, Inzaghi was playing at a high age, Flamini, Mark Van Bommel,
Yep.
Zambrotta.
Everyone from that squad. played till 35, 36, and now I hope man Pellegrini was wrong. Like I feel if he can score 3, 4 goals, I'm happy. You know,
Yeah,
like he scored 2 goals in 3 years, so 3 goals in 3 years. So if he can do it under a season,
yeah.
that's
The
that's
expectations
good.
are low, so it's fine.
Yeah,
It's not a bad signing by any means, but we do need to address the right winger, the right winger for sure, and Cassie contract renewal. We need to get those out of the
yeah.
way.
You heard of the rumors of for the right wing Messian, a Messian?
Oh, that guy? I've never heard of him before. Like,
Like who is he?
we're in Champions League. We can't be linked to Serie B players. That's bullshit.
Dude, I think we just got linked to literally a guy who's worse than Castillejo. Like, 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 what's happening, man?
This is the Black Castillo. We got this dude. I don't know. We can't be linked to mediocre players anymore. We're Milan, man. Like at least be linked to like some Berardi, Adam Munoz, or even De La Feu. These guys these guys are good. They have names, not some no names from Serie B, man. Like all respect to Benacer. Benacer is quality, but everyone can't be Benacer.
Facts, yeah, true. Like, and Messian, I think is like 30. Like, yo, like,
32, like
what you on about?
Prospect.
Yeah, like, what are you on about? Like, I don't know, man. Let's see. We have like 6 years left. Naim, I'm scared, man. It's not looking good. I thought.
When does the Mercato end? 31st, right?
Yep, I think. Yep.
So if Maldini wants to get signings, he has to get that Bernardo deal out of the way in the next 6 days. Yeah.
I think Bakayoko and Pellegrini, that's it. Man, like we are.
Yeah, we should have offloaded Samp Castillo, and that should have been our goal. And he's staying because if Maldini offloads Samp Castillo, he has a transfer fee and he has the wages that he can give to Frank Kessie. So I think that's maybe Samu stopping him from renewing Kessie. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. I'm just speculating here, but maybe that's it.
Yeah. God knows.
So if that's the case, man, Samu can go jump off a bridge, man. Like just leave. Like if because of, it's like the Messi Barca situation, right? Like Griezmann didn't want to reduce his wages, so Messi had to leave. If Samu doesn't want to reduce his wages, we have to see Kessie leave. Like
it's crazy. I think from our squad we only have like 2 bad players, Samu and Conte. Conte is not bad as Samu, but then like he just can't stay. So if you remove, if you really like, if you remove Castelleo and Conte, we actually have for the first time in years, a squad without bad players.
Yeah.
Like some might say, oh, Krunic, but then come on, Krunic is not a CDM. It's purely his fault. You can't blame him,
Yeah.
Like if you remove, I think so. We will have if they can leave Conte and Sam with this window, we will have for the first time in a while like a decent to good squad without any bad players. Like.
Yeah, Krunic, he's not bad. He just reminds me of Ambrosini a bit. Remember, he's just a squad player pretty much. Like he's just there, right?
Yeah.
But
Ambrosini was like much better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
also,
sure.
Krunic is not a stadium. We just can't be. It's purely doing purely. Like for Bosnia, Krunic plays as a winger. For Empoli, he was like a number 10. Like a number 8, number 10. Like Purely is playing as like a full on CDM, which is great.
That's why we need Bakayoko.
Yeah, man.
Like the players like Pobega and Krunic, they don't really have a position in our team. Like if we got Frankie De Jong, he wouldn't have a position in our team. It's just there's like the center mids. You know what I mean? Like the Milinkovic Savic of the world. Like they're not a DM, not an attacking mid. They're just there.
They're in between. Yep.
That's CM, pure CM. Yeah. So that was a match recap, guys. Is there anything more you want to talk about, Samir?
No, I'm good.
Perfect. All right. 14.5. That's a wrap. Just me and Samir just ranting about Milan and our Mercato and how bad Samp Castillo is. Pretty much. It's been a common theme for the Short Corner podcast for good reasons. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in to me and Samir having a little chat. We'll see you for the UCL draw. Tune in for that. We're going to have a guest on, a Chelsea fan. So we're going to do a little group recap on that. See you soon, guys. Thanks for tuning in.